It's time to get this thing on the road. All right, I'm going to get this car going in this episode. I want to drive it and start to shake it down, sort it out, see what's wrong. It's a super drizzly, rainy Sunday, not conducive to working on a convertible outside. So I'm going to be working in the shop. I'll try to do what I can with the lighting. I've only had the car for a week, and I'm sure everybody knows how bad shipping has become, and most of the bigger parts that I ordered aren't in yet. I got some little stuff. We're going to start with a voltage regulator and some headlights and just move on from there. Nothing too exciting. Believe me, I'm not going to bore you with the headlight installation, but I'm just going to start moving through the car and sorting out the problems, getting it ready to go. All right, hopefully you can hear me over the car. Here's why I need to do the voltage regulator. You can see she's charging at almost 16 volts. That's a brand new battery, folks, so I don't want to boil it. When it's charging at that much at idle, it's going to go way over the top as RPMs increase. So I got my new regulator here. I hope it works okay. That kind of makes me nervous. Hope this video looks okay. I'm seeing some weird pulsing on the screen. Guess I'll go check that out. All right, so I added in a couple more lights. Hopefully that'll take care of that weird pulsing thing. So this is like a locking tab here. That's got to get pulled up to get the plug out. Then there's these 3 screws on these old GM external regulators. It's a two-handed job, so I'll just bring it back when I'm done. Just want to note, much to the credit of whoever painted this firewall, they did mask off the ground spots for the regulator, so that's good. That's really good. Got the new regulator on and plugged in. 14.2829 volts. Perfect. Let's rev her up. Make sure it doesn't change. Or at least doesn't change much. Perfect. All right. First problem solved on the Cutlass. As you can see, it's raining here right now, and I'm trying to decide what's a good rainy day project on the Cutlass. I mean, a lot of things are just a lot more pleasant and certainly easier and better to film if I can drive the car outside and do them out in the natural sunlight. But, yeah, today isn't the day for that. So what I've decided I need to do is probably just get the new rubber on the thing. What I want to do there is give you a little tutorial in how to use an old center post tire changer. But if you're watching Nutter Speed Shop, you know there's a lot going on. We got Brad's Ultra / XCR over here. We got Greg's axles. You can see the Cutlass through the door. We got the flotsam and jetsam of many snowmobile projects laying there. So my next thing I'm going to do is clean up that mess. And whatever goes in Brad's sled's going to get tossed in the belly pan. Whatever doesn't is going to get put into inventory. Get the skid loader out of there. And then I can finally get to my tire changing machine there. Yay, Nutter Speed Shop. Here's my old school center post tire machine. I want to show this on the video because I think most home shop guys will find these more easily and more affordably than the modern kind with the, I don't know what you call it, with the overarm and the rim clamp. I mean, these can be had for a few $100 and they'll get the job done. So I'll give you a quick overview of the controls. So down here, we got 2 pedals. Okay, this first pedal is bead breaker and it's also the rotate. So when I press that, you can see that the bead breakers are moving. When I let go, they come back up. You can see the center rotate goes. So I'll hit it again. There goes the center rotate. Bead breakers are on their way up and down. All right. The other one is a little simpler. The other one's just air. You got a little air gauge over here. And the first half click down on that blows out the hose. Now this model has bead blast rings all the way around here. That's what these extra holes are. It's going to get real loud in a second, but I'm going to kick it all the way down. And so that's to help you seat the bead. So that's the basic controls. And then when I balance, I got a good old bubble balancer. Hey, they did the job forever. They still do the job today. Balance all my tires on a bubble balancer. First things that need to happen is the beauty ring needs to come off and the center cap. Boy, those center caps are looking pretty rough. I'm going to price out some new ones. That's not good. These tires look pretty craptastic too, but that's the whole point of this. We're going to get those changed. All right, the beauty ring should just pop off. And it did. No big deal. And get that somewhere where it won't get wrecked. We'll be getting this weight off before we put it up on the tire machine too. All right, so we've got these 3/8 head screws that are holding the center cap on. I'm going to go ahead and get those off real quick. All right, so I got her stripped down, set up on the tire machine. Going to break the bead, peel the tire off. This is all the right-hand pedal. All right. Always give her a little lube. Definitely goes better with lube. So when you're doing this, always keep your hand on here. A lot of people have lost teeth to this. Oh boy, she wants more lube. That's just not cooperating. Sometimes you got to get that lube way down in there before she works right. Come on, baby. Gotta make sure you got the tire down in the groove, which it is. There we go. Sometimes it just takes a few tries. When you're doing the bottom, move it from the bottom. He's stubborn. There we go. Well, I decided I couldn't mount the tires to these rims looking the way they are. They just look like ass. All of them. So I'm going to give them some cleaning, some loving, some scuffing. I'm going to go get a couple cans of Argent paint and repaint them. These are only 14s. I'm not so in love with them that it's worth putting the money into powder coat or anything like that. Just a normal repaint would be good enough for these. Hey, I'm out here working on the wheels for the Cutlass, and I wanted to show you what I got going on. All right, so I ran up to the auto parts store, and this isn't showing it real well, but all I had for wheel paint was kind of a silver color. I was looking for an Argent. It's pretty bright. You can see it's not really a lot of contrast to the stainless. So I decided to do my own Argent, and it's getting better. So let me show you exactly what I'm doing. Oh yeah, and I covered the bike. Believe me, the bike is covered. So all I'm doing is I'm really lightly dusting on just some cheap Walmart black paint onto the wheels just to darken them up. And while I'm doing that, I'm holding the can pretty far away. And I don't know, I'm kind of digging it. I like the effect. I move around and check it, make sure it's pretty even. I like that. I like that. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up how much darker that is, but, you know, it works pretty good. If I accidentally, like, I got a spot going right here where it's kind of a little blacker than I want now, I just come back and magic eraser with the silver. And it's working out pretty good. I'm getting them about where I want them for that argent. It's more of a neutral argent. I think a lot of argents are kind of greenish, maybe have a little bit of a greenish tint to them. And, you know, just using the black gets it right there and a little bit of a different look. So just kind of hold the can a long ways away. I'm not too aggressive at all. So, like right there, oh, I did it again. It's a little more black than I want right there. Maybe a little bit more right there. Come back with the silver. Magic eraser. Right back, evens it out real nice. So, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to let these dry overnight, and tomorrow I'll put all the stainless pieces back on. I did order up some new center caps. There's no saving these. These are garbage. So, they're not going to be here for a few days. I didn't realize how bad they were. Boy, the camera actually makes it look better than it is. I could see looking through. There's, like, no red there in real life, but the camera's picking some up. They're just pitted. They're gross. They're done. So that's what I got going on with the wheels on the Cutlass. I got to show this off before I put it on the car. It's kind of cloudy out, but I think this will come through. That's my fake Argent that I showed you how to make. I am grinning from ear to ear. These are perfect. I am not some kind of paint guru. I am not a custom paint guy, but geez, absolutely perfect. Let's see if I could zoom in and show you even the texture that I got out of it. Wow. I could not be happier with these wheels. Well, there it is on the newly painted rims and the Cooper Cobras, except for no center caps. And one of those little somebody else's project car surprises, no dust caps. I got center caps and dust caps coming. But I can already tell you, I think those wheels look great. Super proud of the paint job I did on those. Just the right color. They look perfect. So the next thing I'm going to get done is get this air filter to sit right. Let's see, it's just crooked on there. These Edelbrocks, you got to pull this fitting here off and put a banjo fitting on that. So I'm going to go do that real quick. Maybe find a gasket. I don't know. But I definitely want to get an air filter on it sooner rather than later. Here's that banjo fitting next to the regular fitting. I don't understand why they didn't just ship it with the banjo fitting or turn that fitting at an angle or do something to make an air filter fit. Edelbrock, what the hell? Well, the banjo fitting worked. Air filter's down. Life is good. That's a drop base, by the way. I think it's like 1.5 inches or 1 3/4 inches. Air filter finally fits. Little by little, she's coming together. That's as far as we're going for tonight. But tomorrow night, well, all the front end parts came in today, so I think we'll get after that a little bit. So if you're curious about knowing how much hood clearance you have, just make yourself a dingus out of some modeling clay or tinfoil or whatever. Shut your hood. Well, there you go. Doesn't look like I actually needed the drop base air filter at all, but I don't know. Looks cool. The weather has officially changed for the better. This is finally the kind of weather that makes a guy want to work on a convertible. Squinting right into the sun. Sorry about that. I'm going to work on the front end today. My parts are here. I'm going to change out those headlights, get those headlight surrounds, the grill, the whole works. Get it ready, maybe even put the bumper on. We'll see how far I get. All right, I got the headlights changed, so I think it's an uphill battle from here. Had to deal with some rusty fasteners, Phillips screws that were, it didn't work out so good. But I got them off with a little help with the vice grip, got things back together good enough for now. A couple of those stainless rings around the lights need to be replaced because they have broken off tabs. Yeah, I'll get to that. But anyways, you can see the lights are on. It's on high beam, so all four are on. So the next step is to replace these guys that go behind the headlight buckets. And then it's the grills. Yes, I know, that's a 442 grill. This isn't a 442. Well, you keep hearing about these supply chain shortages. These are the grills I could get. The stock, plain Cutlass Supreme grills, they're weeks out. I want to get this thing together and drive it. So there we go. I'll spin these on, and we'll go from there. All right, well, as you can see, I got the grill together. I'm not going to say it wasn't a bit of a struggle. The aftermarket plastic pieces don't fit that well. You can see, as much as I tried on the driver's side, it's still kind of at an angle. Passenger side fits great. So there'll be some adjustments on that later. But I'm losing daylight. I'm going to head in the house for now and get some dinner. And I'll be back on this thing later. Well, Brad came over tonight and helped me get the bumper on. Car looks a million times better, although I will tell you right now, that bumper is tweaked and bent. If you get up really close, you can see the stress cracks there from where it got hit before. You know, minor fender bender, but it's going to end up being a new bumper on this thing. But otherwise, she's getting to be presentable. I got some more work to get the lights on, but she'll be a driver pretty quick after the lights are on and working. Continuing to clean out the Cutlass, and looky what I found. Stash of seat belts, even a couple seatbelt mounting bolts, and a lot of mouse turds. Hopefully the seat belts haven't been chewed up by the mice too badly. Sometimes you gotta just gut the interior when a car is really mousy. This car is really mousy. Only way I was gonna get all the mouse crap out was to pull all the seats out, so there you go. Seats and most of the interiors over here soaking down with some, I don't know, pet stain remover. So I got that going for me. Hopefully it'll clean up. I mean, it's not horrible, but it could clean up better. Bring you back when I make some progress on cleaning this thing up. There's still a lot of mouse crap to vacuum up. Well, one of the most mouse-infested places on this whole car is the glove box. I don't know what good it does me to keep cleaning until I get that changed. Luckily, a new glove box is only 20 bucks. So I'm going to jam that in right now before I vacuum anymore, because I've got it pretty clean down there under the passenger footwell, but without a doubt, a bunch of mouse crap's going to rain down when I get that glove box out. All right, after a little work, I got the glove box coming out, so I started by taking the door off. The door had 3 screws that held it to the hinges. Fished this little guy out. No big deal. Then there's a bunch of screws around the perimeter of the cardboard box, and then I'm just collapsing it in, and there we go. Mouse shit everywhere. All right, a little more vacuuming to do. Ooh, mouse have been up in that firewall insulation. Oh, look at that little guy. You see him? Awesome. Just awesome. Got the new box in. Went in easy, just like it came out. Just kind of folded those corners, snuck her through, turned it a little bit, and she slid right into place. So not bad there. Next is getting the hinge on, and then once the hinge is on, I'll put the door on. And yes, I even cleaned mouse shit off of the inside of the door. Yuck. All I can say about this is that it was 20 bucks well spent. That's frickin' disgusting. Wouldn't want that in my car. Right, Farley? Lonnie's here. How tall? Everybody wants to know, how tall are those apes, Lonnie?
22 inches.
Those are some apes.
Yup.
Okay, glove box is in. You already saw Lonnie's here. So I'm just going to load all the interior back into the car, pull it into the shop over there, and that's it for tonight. I'll get back after it again tomorrow, and we're going to start working on Brad's sled pretty quick, but that's another episode. You might even see that one first. Who knows? Hopefully I'm getting near the end of the mouse crap. Noticed when I was handling the seats last night when I was putting the car away, more mouse crap coming out of the seat backs there. So guess I'll get this cleaned up, go for the semi-final vacuum, and maybe start putting the car back together. Well, I got the interior clean, and holy cow, is it clean. I'm going to guess I've got between 6 and 7 hours into just the cleaning, and that includes doing the glove box. So let me give you a quick look around. Maybe I'll throw a clip in here, a little before or after comparo of when I picked it up to now. So I got the car sitting outside. It's been raining lightly, and I'm doing it deliberately. I'm going to come by real quick now and give these seats a wipe down because they're disgusting. See what I can do to get rid of the worst of the mouse pee and poop off the seats. She's pretty mint. The carpet's clean. Oh, I got that loose dimmer switch all taken care of and the fried wires fixed. We're really close to being drivable right now. If I just had these damn caps for the wheel bearings. I might have to figure something out for the moment until they come. They're a couple days out due to shipping. Well, I took a quick look around the shop trying to find something that was about 2.2 to the outside, and this is like 50 thou over. So I'm going to pound down a PBR hard coffee quick and cut the end off of it off and try to do that real neat and even and see if I can duct tape it onto that wheel hub. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going to give it a try. All right, let me show you what I'm doing with these for those wheel bearing caps. So, you can see I got a Pabst hard coffee little end of the can on there. She's on pretty good. Would have been a loose fit, except for duct tape to the rescue. Did about a wrap and a half, and you know, cut that piece of the can off, jammed it on. It went on nice and snug. I think it's going to stay there. If it doesn't stay there, the consequence is I got to repack the wheel bearings. So, I don't know. That's what I'm going to try because I want to drive the car. I don't want it to sit another week while I'm waiting for parts. Well, me and Farley have decided this is the end of part 2 after the interior's cleaned out and I jammed those PBR hard coffee cans over the wheel bearings since the caps are still missing. We're going to take her out for a cruise and see how it goes. Well, we're running along about 60 miles an hour out here on the open road. I gotta say, the car drives nice. Smooth, just kind of floaty like those 70s GMs were. As I'm driving along, I'm realizing I didn't bring any tools, I didn't bring anything. I don't know if this car is gonna overheat or what. So, and it doesn't have any gauges, it's all idiot lights. So I'm just kind of hoping for the best. I think Farley's enjoying things. Just running along. Life is good. We'll do a little loop, bring her back home, look her over, make sure we're happy with everything. But drivability-wise, feeling pretty good about it. Wow, this thing just cruises. Gonna have to watch the speed. It don't take much. Well, look at that. It's another red convertible. I swear to you, I didn't plan this.
Just whenever I take this thing for a drive, there's something cool out there. That's awesome. Look at that. Looks like a mid-70s Impala convert. Really nice. Yeah, she just wants to run. It's just perfect. Just hear the rumble of the V8 as you're cruising along. It's not obnoxious, but you know you got a V8 in it. It's really, I think that's really one of the big reasons why people like muscle cars. I think they like that V8 sound. At least I know I sure do. What do you think, Farley? Yeah? Good car for Farley to ride in? Oh, what's Dad smell like? I think I got a little alignment work to do on this thing. Maybe needs shocks. She's not 100%, but she's certainly drivable. But a little transition in the road there, and not just slightly dirty. Go through, check out the front end, replace whatever I got to, get that tightened up. Not that it's going to stop me from driving it in the meantime. It's really enjoyable to drive this car. It's just a good car. Well, I am going to get a mechanical temp gauge installed in this, at least temporarily. I like to keep an idea on the temperature, you know, when I get a new project car. You know, I'll at least keep it on until it's 90 degrees out and see how it runs. I'm not expecting any problems, but then again, you never do. It's got a mechanical fan. It doesn't have a fan shroud. The radiator looks kind of craptastic. I may replace it with an aluminum four-road just to replace it. I don't know. If I do that, I'll put on like a 6-blade clutch fan and put the fan shroud on it. That should be super cool. I want to make sure it's capable of stop and go traffic in case I take it on any cruises, you know, Coon Rapids cruise or cruise for the troops or whatever. Got to make sure it's capable of that low speed running. Running along at 60, basically idle, you know, it doesn't care. I mean, that doesn't really tax the cooling system. There's plenty of air going through the radiator right now. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think when I get home, I'm going to order up the 4-row and some new upper and lower hoses just because. Since I'm in there, I'll do all the heater hoses and order up a fan shroud. Pretty sure I have a clutch fan kicking around. I'll have to take a look. Better safe than sorry when it comes to cooling systems. Ahead. See how she handles this. Oh, that was pretty composed. Maybe there isn't that much work to do on the front end. That held itself together pretty well. Car is absolutely a dream. And who doesn't like a ratty muscle car? You know, it'll get restored eventually, but for now, go with the ratty thing. Go over and check out Chris Birdsong's channel, Junker Up. One of my favorite car channels. He's got a Charger called Patina. The car is beautiful. perfect example of some awesome ratty muscle if you're into that. Alright, we're going to wrap up the video now. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit that like button. Hit the notification bell. It actually helps the channel. Leave me some comments. And thanks for watching. We'll see you at the car shows or on the road or wherever I find you.